think about it, 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 think about it.
What's up, family? This is your man, not your boy. Go Black to Africa. So, family, yes, the word is in that here in the last couple of days that Grandmaster Jay, they have decided that he is found guilty on 5 counts, that he's facing between 1 to 5 years per each count for pointing weapons at federal agents. Yes, he could be facing 20 years of prison sentence because of the fact that they say he's pointed a weapon at federal agents. Now they say that they have photography and video showing that, and he will be arraigned come this Monday. And so we're going to watch very closely on this trial here we're going to watch very closely on this arraignment and see how many years he's got. Now, for those who don't know, in fact, right, not effing around coalition, he created a militia to speak out against the injustices of those who were murdered by police officers and had created a mass following of those who can bear arms, exercise their rights, constitutional rights to be exact, to bear those arms and freely assemble together and speak out against what he says was injustice by this country. And it was only a matter of a year he was able to go to a few states and stand up and speak out and bring awareness to people how the injustices of America are. Though many have disagreed, and those who do agree, there will always be odds. The question of it is that, was it all done for nothing? Was it done in vain that a brother wanted to stand up, speak out, exercise his constitutional right, then get arrested, then found guilty to have been pointing a weapon at federal agents? Well, my thing is this right here. This is the country we live in. And this is why I say go black to Africa. Because I know just as well as he knows, he is sitting on his 60th year birthday and have also encountered a whole lot of biases and prejudice against him in life. He tried to run for office for the presidency and felt that he could try to make a difference. Though you may agree or disagree with his background and all that he had been involved with, whether we think he is a fake, an agent, or what have you, it doesn't take away from that he started a militia, bearing arms, speaking out of the injustices from this country, and then showed many a people that no matter the skin color that you hold, we always see that the blacks are the ones who always be set aside. That you can have those who bum rush the Capitol building. They can go in there and do all they do and only have 1-2 people arrested, while the remaining hundreds of them walk scot-free. This is something that is a travesty that we all need to admit and really face. Look in the mirror and see that the injustices of today applies to each and every one of us. We've had leaders who try to rise up, whether it was Martin Luther King, whether it was the Black Panthers, whether it's the Nation of Islam, whether it was, the INFACT and other organizations who attempted to try to become the voice of the Black community. All have been dismantled, disbanded, many taken to prisons, many been put on charges. And I sit here and I share with you, family, that it is time for us to uproot and seek new ground. It is time for us to stand up and move out. Now, I understand that not everybody is going to come aboard. Not everybody wants to leave. But for those who know, there's got to be a better way. It will take them who will be the leaders to start a new generation of people, whether it's in the motherland, whether it's in another country, who children can wake up and have no adversity because of their skin color. And though we know there is no perfect place, we know there will not be any disgrace of your race in other places that we see here in America, in Europe, in Canada, in Australia, in China, other parts in Russia, around the globe, who has a hate for people of color. Whether you want to talk about some of the Muslim countries, whether you want to talk about India, whether you want to talk about Africa, there is a hate, even a self-hate for a man of color. But be of good cheer, because there is a land of milk and honey for you and yours. That if at least at your age that you stand, whether you're an elder or whether you're middle age, there's time and room for you to put a stake in the ground, start anew. And as you move on and become an ancestor, you can rest assured that in your attempt to find freedom for your children, that they have great possibilities of becoming who they were created to be and reach their full potential of life. This is what my desire is. This is why I bought property out of this country, damn Erica. Put a D in front of America, capitalize the E, damn Erica, that has shamefully, time and time again, pushed her agenda of prejudice and bias against people of color. Those people of color are Black, African descent. They have shown their history time and time again that nothing has changed. Many have voted for Republicans, Democrats, and there has not been any change. Many of us decided to join their leagues, their groups, their associations, and still there is no change. Many of us have subscribed to the agendas that they push, joined other sororities, fraternities, and there still has not been any change. And you know, this dream that Martin Luther King had has been nothing but a nightmare. He's mentioned out of his own mouth that it was a mistake that he made trying to integrate our people. He realized they were going into a burning house, a house that he thought that we would be equal. But going into that house, we would stoop to a level of being around those who do not care for us. And yet we are those who stand at a higher standard. Yet we're still treated less than. Now we know that the Ku Klux Klan's sheets have been turned in for suits, whether it's the judges on the seats, whether it's those who are congressmen and congresswomen, whether it's your senators or whether it's your mayors. Many we don't know who stands for what or what's their background. But we do know by the whip of a pen, by slamming of a gavel, that justice do not ring for us. We know by the injustices and the inequalities in work and loans and housing that justice do not work for us. Statistical data shows it time and time again, from generation to generation. But for some reason, we still stand in hope, in wishful thinking that the day shall come where we can arrive. And I say, for those who chooses to remain, I wish you well. I wish all the success for you. But I say this in closing. Do not allow and listen to those who has a hand in the pockets of their masters. Do not let those athletes, those singers, the movie actors be the voice for a people. For many of them are nothing but the sellouts, the house Negroes, who will sit there and be a puppet to try to misguide you down a road where there is no end. They will try to sway you into doing things that the system will tell you to do, all for the sake of money. These people are nothing but money-hungry people. Just because they look like you, do not make them you, for their spirits are evil, just like their masters. So I say to those who have an unction to leave, holla at your man. I've done extensive travel over to the motherland and other countries. And we can do this thing together. Because as they have Grandmaster Jay, who's facing his arraignment, you need to compare apples to see if there were those who pointed guns at police officers, would they be facing 20 years in prison? This is your man, not your boy. Gold Black to Africa.
Think about it, 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 think about it.